my name is John Mike, and I am made out of sugar, spice, and everything not so nice. This is the 94. Welcome, my host, Alicia.
Hi.
Okay, so today's topic...
Snake.
And of course, here with John Ball.
John Ball. JB.
John.
Goober.
This week. By the way, I wanted to put this on the table on the record, and that when it's your turn to do the intro, you get to choose a topic from now on.
Oh, okay.
So, 2 weeks from now, we're talking about friggin' video games and CSGO.
Whoa, okay, slow down.
That's okay. That's okay, because I'm kind of throwing a bomb on you guys today, so...
I know nothing about
Exactly, it would be awful, but you get to choose.
I'm not gonna choose it.
Good.
No, I'm just dropping a bomb on you guys to get it. Wow. Do I even know English this morning?
I don't know.
Okay.
I spoke English.
You don't know English most days.
That's racist. It's really racist.
Not
I'm
racist.
your token Asian in your group, so comment, okay? Yeah.
I thought Russell was. No.
Bye. This podcast.
This is
over.
the 94.
This was the 94. Goodbye. Okay. Well, this week's topic, we don't even have a segment this week because, what did we learn from last week? If we don't record early, our videos come out a day late. As well as at night.
Didn't we record?
No, we recorded on Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, true.
We recorded on Monday, and then we're like, Tuesday we can't because this one had an interview, even though we were off. And then Wednesday we had to rush it.
This is all your fault.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, I wouldn't have had my good luck or my bad luck story because it happened on Tuesday.
If we're going there in terms of someone's fault, I think it's someone who didn't do the sound test.
Also, we need to clink our glasses of expensive champagne together because John Ball's interview has turned into a job offer.
Yay! Woo! Am I the last to know?
Yeah.
That's so good. I'm so excited to be the last to know of your friends. I bet you texted everyone, you texted.
I haven't texted anyone.
He just told me this morning.
Yeah.
When do you start?
I don't know. They haven't told me that.
Uh-oh.
Nope.
I have to call later today.
Okay.
Are you starting off in
Or when I start.
Are you starting off in
Just tell
kitchen,
them you're not
or
available Monday nights because it's game night.
Are you starting in the kitchen or are you service?
Kitchen.
Okay.
I applied for kitchen.
God, I would love a service job. Anyways, on to this week's topic. This week's topic I personally chose because I want to hear your guys' opinion on it. Is body image. Body image, I don't know, plays a huge role in today's society, I believe. Because kids nowadays, they're running around wanting to be looking like princesses, and guys running around looking like they want to be in One Direction.
I don't know any guys.
I do. I would want to be.
I think it's more. I
want to look like Harry Styles.
Oh yeah, when you dress drag, is that gonna be your, how you want to look?
Oh yeah.
But I
get to sit in his lap in 3 days. So,
That's not confirmed.
Yes, it is. I get to sit on his lap.
Everyone in the audience, please give a round of applause for Alicia, who gets to sit on my lap.
Why are you talking? He has a deep voice.
Hello, audience.
And he has a British accent.
I can't do it right now. It's too early in the morning.
You can't do the British
accent. I don't know
accent.
what it is. Whenever I eat breakfast, I just get super tired.
Oh God! Here we go.
All
right. Anyways, continue, John. Sorry, we started.
Fun fact, though, if you eat something and you get tired, it means you're gaining weight.
Well, I guess I'm gaining 3,000 pounds eating breakfast.
No,
it's only breakfast that I feel like this.
It's not you're gaining 3,000
It's also because
pounds.
he went to sleep at 4:00 in the morning, and it is 11:11. Make a wish.
Okay. Yeah.
Just kidding. Wishes don't come true.
Today's topic has been changed from Body image too. Dreams being crushed.
Oh, dream crushers. Okay, well,
Don't look at me. Tell him not to look at you.
so what's your outlook on body image, though?
No, don't talk
Go
to me
for it.
first.
Alicia,
you
go
have
for
to,
it.
Alicia.
What do you mean body image?
Body image,
Positive
just like
body image.
What do you mean body image?
what?
What does
Okay,
it mean
what is
when
the first
said
thing
to
that
you?
comes to you when you hear body image?
I don't know.
Okay, what's
This
the
is-
non-dirty thing that comes to you when you hear body image?
I don't think about dirty stuff. I'm a lady.
I'm a child of God.
I don't know. That's such a broad question. Like what? That's like saying, what do you think of when I say food, or when I say
Spaghetti meatballs.
schools?
Food, I think.
So
of
like when I
crappy.
body image, the first thing I think of is muscles.
muscles.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. See, that's the thing. It's like a word association.
Oh, it's
Like
true.
I could say cat. What's the first word that comes to your mind?
Fur.
It's the same thing. Why?
meow.
It's
Or
like
me.
I don't know.
Or me? What?
Yeah. I got called
We have
a
to be
cat
more
the other day.
specific in this topic.
More specific. More specific in a sense that, okay, so oh God, can't believe I'm mentioning her in our podcast, but Kim Kardashian.
Oh God. Oh God. Here we go.
No. Okay,
No.
I'm not a Kim K fan, but she has she's gone through a lot in like the media, like from the moment. Okay, forgetting
From
how.
sucking dog.
forge-
I mean, that's how she got started, isn't it?
Forgetting,
No, it's
okay,
just like,
for a
okay.
moment, forgetting about like how she got famous. Like, she gets a lot of like what's it called,
Negativity.
slander for like how her body is.
So does every single celebrity.
But what she did recently with the hatred that she's getting for being pregnant is that she's turning it into something positive, where it's like it doesn't matter what the media says. Love your body for what it is, and you know.
Okay, but my only issue with the Kim Kardashian specifically
Yes.
is she does that. She posts the pregnant picture on the Insta, and she talks about, she's like, I'm gonna get bigger, and I'm still gonna be beautiful. But if you watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians, which I have before, I've not religiously, but I mean like I've seen it. Almost every episode, they mention not eating bread, having to lose 15 pounds. I need to starve myself because I want to lose 3 pounds. Like, it's contradictory. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, like, you can go on the internet and say, like, a million things, and then in your daily life, if you don't practice what you preach, like, it means nothing. Because, like, as much as you can, like, it probably, like, if it helped people and it inspired people, like, that's great. I'm all for it. But when you, like, look at the other side of things, like, I watched Keeping Up with the Kardashians, I think, yesterday morning, the day before that, there was, like, a marathon on, and they sat down at a restaurant, ordered an iced tea, and they said, do you want a bread basket to start? And she was like, no. And she looked at her sister, and she said, no. Because they didn't want to eat any carbs.
But what do you think?
I'm like, if I want bread, I'm going to eat some bread. Girl.
What do you
Good
think
bread.
that sends out to the people watching? You know,
Don't
like-
eat bread. It's bad for you.
I understand they have to keep an
So
image.
tasty.
Yeah.
Because if they don't, they're gonna be slandered like they are. But
I mean, that's the thing. They boast their looks.
that's one of the only reasons they're still because they're a beautiful family.
It's up
They
to
can sell
interpretation.
things. Like they'll have the odd Instagram post that it's like, I love this new teeth whitener. It's like, you don't use that.
Not at all.
You're getting paid to say you do. Or, oh, do you want to know how I keep a flat tummy? It's by not eating bread, but I'm going to tell you it's by drinking this detox tea.
That's true.
It's all BS.
What's your take on body image? Like, that media perceives. Okay, here it is. Body image that media
The social
perceives.
standards.
Exactly, the
if-
social
for lack of
standards.
a better word.
They're weird and dumb.
They're weird and dumb.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes,
That
they-
was
they put-
John's opinion
They
from
put,
12-year-old.
I don't know, they just put some unrealistic standards in terms of body image.
I think they've come a long way, though.
Yeah, they
Yes,
have.
but, I mean, it's still there.
Because personally, like, being someone who's attracted to both men and women, like, the average Joe, you know how there's that, I don't know if you guys have seen the post, like, where they put the average Joe in, like, the models doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Like for Calvin Klein or something like that, or
Yeah.
whatever underwear models or whatever.
I haven't seen it at all.
Or like
Okay.
I've seen one that's like you take a piece of clothing that's one size fits all and have like 30 different body types try it on.
Yeah.
And it's just, it does not work. And they're like,
Yeah.
this does not fit all.
And
I've seen
so like
stuff
the
like that.
underwear thing, they have like the underwear model on one side, and then they have an average Joe, quote unquote average Joe. They call them average Joes because they're just, you know,
Like a dad bod
like a
guy.
dad body, you know, like I mean it's sad to say, but I don't want to associate. I don't think a lot of people associate things negatively with phrases or labels, but I don't label negativity towards the average Joe like tag. So please don't hate me for that. But they'll have like that average Joe, quote unquote, beside the underwear model, and I'm more attracted to like the average Joe than because it's more realistic, I find. You know, especially with women. Oh, there was one with model. This time it was like a video, and they were showing like different models doing the same thing, and it was like some women are just like models are just so unhealthy skinny, and it's like it's such a turn off.
But that's the thing. That's another body image argument.
That's true.
Is some people can't. That's the way they like to look, and that's completely okay.
There's nothing wrong with being skinny.
Yeah.
But it's like when like I find there's
Or
nothing
if
wrong
they
with like
can't,
even
they can't change it. Like they have no way. Like they could eat bread at dinner,
exactly,
and like it doesn't do anything.
I feel like you have a hatred towards bread now, or no, you have an attachment to bread.
I love bread.
Bread is great,
Bread is freaking delicious.
especially with
Bread
when
is
it's
Jesus Christ.
grilled cheese. Only when it's
Broken
blessed.
apart.
Okay.
It's blessed.
One thing I want to say, actually, this
Yeah.
is the society standards of like how you should look. Thank you. Is like warping the average, like not celebrities and like all normal, not
Photoshop.
normal people, but like not just that, but like I saw a video. If you haven't seen it, like you should watch it. It's honestly like really powerful. I think it was a Dove campaign. Basically, it was just like a few women went into like this studio and had I think that this guy was like a police sketch artist where like he could create a portrait out of like very minimal description. So he would have the woman sit in a chair and he would be on the other side of her, and there would be like a canvas, and she would just sit there and she would like describe herself, how she thinks she looks, and based off of her description would draw.
Oh my god.
And then they draw all the people, and then they show the women the picture, and it looks nothing like them. Because they'll say like, oh, my nose is like really big, but it's not really. And so he draws a big nose, and they're like, oh, and then it clicks. They're like, that's how I see myself, but I know that's not how I look.
exactly, yeah.
They're like, and it's just like the way of saying like you're a lot more beautiful than you think you are.
And yeah, I
and
think
people see things
people
like
should
very
take credit.
differently.
People
Yeah,
should-
that's the thing though. Like, and I think that's part of being a human too. Like, it's just kind of ingrained in your brain is like you pick out the worst things that people don't even notice.
Yeah.
Like how if you have like a mole on your face, like people, that's not the first thing people see, but that's probably the first thing you see when you look in the mirror.
Exactly. No, also just the idea of, I think what I struggle with body image for sure is like not taking, like Charlotte's big on this. Like she hammers me on this all the time. She always tells me like, you're not taking credit that you deserve. Like, cause I feel like I'm not ever enough, unfortunately. Like I never feel like I'm enough when I'm like if I am doing an audition or if I'm singing or if I'm acting, like I feel like, and it sucks because like, you know, in this industry you want to be confident, and I am confident, but it's like I also don't want to come off as like someone who's like very arrogant and full of himself, you know, and
Did you see what I said?
yeah, it's unfortunate. Yeah, and Charlotte really hammers me on that, saying like, you know, I think that you shouldn't, you know, and I really appreciate Charlotte's friendship and like, and all that she says and does in my
John
life.
Paul hates this topic.
My sister?
Yeah.
Oh.
Look at
For a
this
second I was
guy.
like, who are you talking about? But then I realized that's my sister's name. No, I just got really tired, but I'm gonna push through.
So in your okay,
Excuse me.
from my standpoint, because growing up as a boy, right, I've always learned to ignore what society throws and like what you're supposed to, like the cookie cutter version of what a man should be, right? Being that said, I grew a shell, obviously. So like if someone said that, oh, you're not tall enough, I'm just whatever. So I didn't grow up as a girl and being hit by media. So I obviously think that women have it much worse than men. But what's your perspective? Yeah. Do you think women have it worse than men? No. But like, you understand why I said like growing up as a boy, I grew a shell. So it's like, I'm kind of like desensitized. So I think that women, from my perspective, women have it so much worse.
In the media?
In the media, yeah.
Strictly in the media. Well, I don't know because I think, see, I don't want to say the wrong thing.
No, but this is our podcast. If you say the wrong thing, it's, it doesn't...
I know, but I'm going to get attacked.
Can I say something I'll probably get attacked for?
Yeah.
I find that I don't think that they do, but the only reason I say that is because women are more vocal about their problems, I find.
That's kind of how
men don't say anything.
Women are a little more sensitive to that topic, I think.
Yeah.
Like and they make it known that they're more sensitive.
I don't know every man and I don't know every woman. Yeah. So like it's just a general consensus of the people that I know. But they are pinpointed in the media, I think, because there are more standards for women. Mm-hmm. Like your hair should be a certain way, your makeup should look a certain way, your body should look a certain way, your clothes should look a certain way. Whereas men, like, if you wear makeup, like I guess in show business and stuff you kind of have to, but like if you're out on the street wearing makeup, they're like, what are you doing?
It's true.
Or if your hair is like off, they're like, what are you doing? There's no like standard because your hair could be long, it could be short, it could be whatever. But if a girl cuts all her hair off, they're like, why did you do that? So it has to be long, it has to be blonde, it has to be straight, and it has to be perfect. Yeah. And then like your eyeliner has to be winged, your eyebrows have to be on fleek, your lips have to be overlined just a tiny bit, not too much. And like I think it's a little more specific for women.
Yeah, I
think they get equal amounts of
I read the
crap.
funniest, the most eye-opening post the other day saying like, if women woke up tomorrow saying that they loved their bodies and loved themselves, how many industries do you think would go bankrupt because they no longer need to buy a makeup or all that kind of stuff?
No, but it's
to enhance their looks.
The thing is
you go first.
What I've noticed recently, with a lot of people talking about this, a lot of girls recently have been saying that they don't wear makeup to make themselves more attractive.
Because you like it.
Yeah, they just like to wear
That's
makeup.
part of the reason. Like you guys have seen me without makeup. The first podcast I came in looking ratchet as hell.
Nah,
like I literally rolled out of bed, put on sweatpants, and put my hair up. I didn't put makeup on.
That was weird.
Anything.
I did the same thing.
Yeah, but like usually I don't like go out without makeup on, just because it makes me feel better. I don't put makeup on to say, oh, like this boy's really gonna think I'm cute. I put it on because I'm like I think I look nicer with makeup and I like it. And I also like if I'm bored, I just like take all my makeup off and do it because it's fun.
So then, do you get offended by those posts that say like
girls wear too much makeup?
Yeah, girls like girl, you don't need to wear too much makeup to impress me.
No.
Da.
It bugs me when people say that to me because I'm like I don't wear makeup to impress anyone. I do it for myself.
You don't have to wear makeup. Like, fucking want to.
But you know what? Also, guys are pretty stupid in this because, like, I could go out wearing a full face of foundation, a bit of bronzer, and some mascara, and they think I'm not wearing any makeup when really I'm wearing probably $20 worth on my face.
Okay,
but they have no idea.
That expensive? I've never bought makeup.
Yeah,
it depends on the brand. Like, I buy makeup at like Sephora and MAC, so it's pretty expensive. But if you
it's
buy
good quality though, right?
Yeah. So. Some drugstore makeup is pretty good. Like I have a few things but like my foundation is like $40. My bronzer's $30.
I find like if it's cheap,
my powder's $60.
People get
but
like have allergic reactions
to
it or whatever.
Like my struggle is freaking like deodorant, shampoo, and like
how quickly do you go through deodorant?
Right? Oh my
Okay,
gosh. Like maybe a month I'll go through almost 2.
My dad says that I'm a monster and I eat my deodorant. I'm literally just putting it on. Like, I don't want to understand.
But do you go like 1, 2, 3, 4, or do you go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Do you count?
No, I have counted and I've only
The
gone
OCD.
4 or 5 max.
Do you use the stick or the gel?
A stick.
A stick.
Okay.
Because
it
gel,
gel?
yeah, it's weird.
Oh, like the Gillette one?
Like that
it's
comes
like-
out the
like-
top.
Oh, I
It's just
used to. I used to.
when I was
but, like,
younger, yeah.
I used to when I was younger.
But it's just, I did not like that at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
weird.
It's like gross. It's like you get out of the shower, your armpits are already wet. Well, I mean, you dry them, but like they're still.
the gel you're supposed to use before bed. You don't put it on in the morning because it
Oh.
clogs your pores. It gives it time to clog your pores, and then you're not like if it's antiperspirant, you won't sweat.
Oh,
during the day.
antiperspirant's really bad for you apparently. Like, because it clogs your pores. You wear antiperspirant?
I have like 3 different deodorant sticks.
Oh yeah.
The
One's
antiperspirant, the
really
one
bad.
that stops you from sweating.
One's
Yeah.
That's why,
antiperspirant,
like,
which
I
is
don't want to
like-
just smell good. I want to like not sweat because it's
I like that.
it's
but-
feeling gross.
I'm not a particularly sweaty person if I'm not.
I have hyperhidrosis.
And-
Is that when you sweat a lot?
Oh yeah.
I feel I'm the same way. Like when I
Like
when I
mine's
work
not
out,
bad. Like at
When you
beware.
wear what?
When I work out, beware.
Oh,
well,
yeah?
that's like you're working out. Like
That's good though.
I'll be
if you
at
sweat
work.
a lot when you
Oh,
work
I know
out.
that I like that.
It's good for your
It's just-
skin.
Yeah.
At work, I'll be there for like literally 2 minutes and
and yeah, you'll restart. Yeah, that
Like,
was the same way for
under
me.
my eyes, and it's only recently. But hyperhidrosis runs in my family.
Oh, I don't have. Well, I'm not a moist person. Just say that.
Feel my hands right now. They're sweaty.
Or mine.
Unless I'm
little
like
bit.
unless I'm working out. But even when I'm working out, it's not too crazy.
Mine is
That was off.
way off
So,
topic.
not really. We kind of just like strayed.
Is
Back in-
sweating
So-
is being sweaty acceptable?
I think a lot of
I'm
people
okay.
find.
I'm okay with it as long as
Yeah.
you don't touch me. Like
So
I
you don't think it's acceptable because you don't want me to touch you?
No, because like
Sweat
I
is
feel
not
like
dirty.
Your sweat is your body fluids, correct? Bodily fluids.
You wanna,
Sorry.
like, sharing that?
And I because for me in my perspective, when I'm sweaty, I don't want people touching me. Like I don't want.
Hey, John. I was like, no, John.
Oh, you know what?
No.
I actually did that yesterday. Maddie went to like put her hand on my back, and I was like, no. I was like, don't touch my back, and she was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, does it hurt? And I was like, no, it's just wet.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want to touch it, girl.
Exactly.
Wait, okay.
Can
so,
we cut out the sweating part? Because that's so
I
embarrassing.
don't
No,
cut
too bad.
everything out.
It's
No, I'm
there. It's
Um,
there.
No.
Okay, so I have a question, and this is probably gonna get me hated on this podcast.
Uh-oh.
In terms of body image, like body acceptance.
Body acceptance.
So like, recently I've noticed a lot of like campaigns and everything. It's like,
yeah, like even for example, Demi Lovato. I know we already mentioned her, but like what she's doing is so pro.
like with people doing hashtag thin privilege or blah blah blah, and like
hashtag don't judge me.
yeah,
that
and like
kind of stuff?
and like people that are like super overweight, and they're like, oh, it's fine, blah blah blah. Like, what is your stance on that? Because
Okay.
I'll let you go and then I'll
this is
tell you mine,
huge.
so that you guys
My-
can love me for a little longer.
I think I think this whole like pro like accepting your body, like these hashtags that are coming out, like you name them, you know, people do them, is positive. Like it starts off as something that people want to do. I mean, like people want to use to make people's lives, you know, a little bit more endurable because, you know, life is hard. Let's be real here, right? Unless you're a Kardashian. I'm kidding.
And then it's
They
really
all-
hard.
Yeah, right. No, just like there's a quote, oh my gosh, the YOLO, for example, right? From
I quit.
No, listen.
No, are you done? Or
only-
you take 2K13 done?
I'm 2K13 so
just like
done.
just
Done
like
with
YOLO,
being
like
done.
you only live once, right? Which was used in a Drake song, correct?
You only
the
live
motto.
once by Drake. No.
Yeah, you only live once, which is actually when you think about it and strip away the like, you know, these
The douching.
douchebag kids using it for like YOLO. I'm wearing this. Don't judge me.
Not
It's
gonna
like-
wear my seatbelt, YOLO.
Exactly. It's like really.
It's a good way to.
Whereas like I have been on my deathbed and like when my mom asked me like, do you want to go back to architecture to study? And I'm like, no.
Nah.
Like that was like legitimately my YOLO moment because I knew that it wasn't gonna be like I didn't want to go back. I wanted to pursue what I wanted to because life is short, and it took that moment to make me realize. But it's true, you only get one, right? So it's the same thing with these like don't judge me and like tags because like I'm actually really good at this because like you know I was a very very unattractive kid in grade 9, like very very unattractive kid. So like I wasn't, so I would like to hope that I've progressed from that point in my time. So I have this very like humble take on like people's image and like how people look and people's confidence. And I've learned to accept a lot of how I am and a lot of how other people are. So I don't say like, I don't even use the word like, oh, that person's ugly. I hate that word being used in that like context. That is
because what is ugly?
Exactly, right?
So everyone's
like I believe you can. I use,
think
like,
everybody's
attitude.
ugly.
You can. I think you can.
I hate everyone.
you can describe like attitude as ugly, but I don't think like someone's image. It's like no.
You can only be ugly on the inside.
Okay,
so I don't know if I answered your thing, but
kind of.
Okay.
But going off of what you guys said about ugly, not asking if what you think is ugly, but people saying that like being morbidly obese, for example, like healthy at every size. That is where I'm like, no.
What do you mean?
I don't think it's true. Healthy at every size. I think that's a load of crap. Because when you're morbidly obese, it's a good way to get yourself killed.
Oh,
I'm not
So
saying,
he's just saying like it's great to have positive body image, but if you're unhealthy, like
if you're an unhealthy weight, that goes the same thing for like super skinny too, though. And I mean, I understand that there are people that can't do anything. Well, I mean, they can't like eat more, they can't work out because like their body just doesn't accept that. But like go to a doctor, see if there's anything that you could do. But like saying, "Oh, I'm healthy," but it's like you're 470 pounds. It's like that's,
I think there's
20 pounds.
I had this argument with my friend.
Excuse me.
Francis Lucas.
Okay.
And he's a personal trainer. He recently graduated from U of T for kinesiology, and he wants to be a therapist for athletes, like physiotherapist for athletes. And I was saying there's a difference between health and then like I split those two. There's being healthy and not being healthy, and then there's being
Sorry.
like that's okay.
One Direction tweeted.
And then there's on the other spectrum, there's being like fat or skinny or whatever, and it's like they should not be crossed.
Yeah.
Like the way that you look at someone and say like, oh, you're unhealthy because you're fat. It's like, okay. Not necessarily.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean like, especially a skinny person like me, I could be unhealthy.
Yeah.
I probably am, not gonna lie.
Yeah, you could be in the best shape of your life and still not be
like
100% healthy on the inside.
Because of the way that you eat, their physical activity, or like whatever you're doing.
And like, don't get me wrong, I know for a fact myself, I'm not in the best shape of my life. I could be eating better. I could be doing all that.
But YOLO.
I will. No, I will. It's more of kind of like a money thing because I don't want to be spending money at like going to the gym. Well, actually, I don't have the money to go to the gym yet. But like people that know that they're like morbidly obese and they're just like, oh yeah, I'm healthy.
Oh, they're not doing anything about it.
Yeah, they're not doing anything and they're just like, I'm healthy. Like whatever you say, that's a load of crap. It's just like, when you die of a heart attack and you're 27, it's not a lie.
Opposite side of that argument, it's nobody's place.
Yeah,
to decide if you're healthy or not.
Exactly,
I understand, but like if I was to be on the street and see somebody that like in my opinion was morbidly obese, like it's not my place to go up to them and say, by the way, you should possibly lose.
We're not talking about
like decide whether they're healthy or not, because like the only person that really knows is you and your doctor.
Yeah, it's true.
And like nobody else really needs to know.
And God,
and
don't
like
forget
just
about
worry about yourself.
Yeah, that's not
like
what I'm saying.
I 100% understand where you're coming from, and I agree.
And I completely understand where
but
you're
like
coming from as well. There's
just
like,
like to play devil's advocate, it's just like mind your own business. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's like it's not if somebody's doing something and it's not affecting you in any way, like it's not a big deal.
That's a huge
I was gonna say
thing.
Literally, what I'm saying is not me going up to this people on the street like,
Yeah, no,
you're
I know,
unhealthy,
I
but
know,
like
I know.
someone's like, it's like blah blah blah. You
Like,
should
if
eat
they
more because
preach-
I'm healthy. Blah blah. Yeah, like
if they preach being healthy, but like just
they're
say
not.
okay.
All right, yeah, I know what you mean.
I'm happy for you.
And
I
I
don't
think
typically
that's
fight
where
people anyway,
like
so.
media and a lot of these advertisements for like quote losing weight, right? Though these are the people that they're targeting.
Yeah.
But a lot of them look at it and it's like, yeah, you're gonna tell me this, but I'm not gonna do it. Like, what do you guys think of like people taking things so negatively instead of actually allowing it to maybe phase them and opening themselves up to the possibilities? Like for me, I would never like example, like food. What?
I thought I heard her neck crack. Is like,
Oh, now are you kidding me? I don't even like cracking.
It's like for example, food. If someone offered you something to eat, right?
like
Unless
bread.
Like bread, right?
that's gonna be like the main point. Of this.
Wouldn't you want to try it? Like, wouldn't you want to try it? And then when you don't like it, then it's like, okay, never mind, I don't like this anymore. Whereas I find that people get suggested things like, oh, this is what you can be doing on your daily life. They just don't try it anyways. They just, oh, it's just another judgmental advertisement that, society and
They just
media is
take
throwing
it
at us.
negatively right off the bat.
Exactly.
Instead of, yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying.
So I think even though media plays a huge role in like how body image should be and how like we should like the standards of of how we should look, a lot of the people nowadays are also just like taking everything so maliciously, where it's like, oh, but don't you think that they're doing it to?
Yeah, but that could be about anything.
Yeah.
Like everybody's just very sensitive.
Yeah.
I just
Like, have you ever been on Tumblr?
I find
Oh my
okay.
God.
Oh my goodness,
I'm not even,
yes,
that's
right.
another
It's
another topic for
awful.
discussion.
But it's just like anything about like body image. There, you could post a picture of yourself, and like it could have
someone doesn't like
it's
it.
gonna offend
Boom.
somebody.
Yeah.
But based on the way you look or if you're not
I
wearing
find
clothes.
Reddit
or
comments are the
this-
worst.
You've never have you been on Tumblr?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyhow,
I love Tumblr.
in
but,
terms of that though, like with advertisements and everything, I just find that a lot of them nowadays don't go about anything the right way. Like they're just commercials suck. Is what I'm
that's
saying.
true.
And like the most prime example of crappy commercials are infomercials about like products. So Sticky Buddy or whatever it's called. And like
Never seen it
or some
before.
like a vacuum cleaner or something.
That's like,
and people are
the
like
sham-
sitting down for a snack. Yeah.
what was the
ShamWow
not the
guy.
ShamWow
Or
thing, but the thing after that when he was like, "You're gonna love my nuts." The slap chop.
Slap
The
chop.
slap
I was gonna
chop.
say that,
stuff
yeah.
like that. But like
Ugh, that's the best.
those ones are kind of good because they've got characters per se or personas that are advertising it. But like when you're just like, do you have trouble sitting down eating your Cheetos? And like people are like they have cups and everything and it's just like whoa and like throw it everywhere. It's like this is so okay. And I want to say okay, I can't really say this now because it happened to her, but like it's typically unrealistic. No one's gonna be like, fool! Like, okay, it was different in your case because you were getting out of the car and it slipped out of your hand.
Alicia, it's
In the
okay.
commercials, they literally throw this stuff on the ground. And it's like,
Yeah, they're like sitting there stable.
they put they're like can I put it like this? And it's like
But I think-
yank it. I
I
totally
think
hit the mic.
But
bad.
I think that's the point of advertisements, though. You have to go a little bit all out because
And that
it's a
gets
little bit
everybody's
ridiculous.
attention.
Because,
Like you want to watch
you
that
remember.
commercial. Yeah.
I remember
remember
a lot of
these-
these commercials.
You remember these
They're
commercials because of the
stupid.
ridiculousness, Like I was thinking to myself, there was this commercial in Australia that's on Facebook right now, like circulating. So you'll come across it.
Is it
eventually.
deck sealant?
No, it's about
Okay,
meth.
that's- Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that took
It's
a
about
hard turn
meth.
into what the
And like
heck, Bill?
it starts off with this lady's body on a bed, and then like the camera swoops up and a man's putting on his pants and walks out of the motel room, Then another guy comes in and touches the woman like provocatively, and then like literally after that just closes and says like meth. Don't do it once.
Not
like,
even once. Yeah.
Not even once, right? And I'm like, why do they have to go to these extremes to advertise something?
I don't
like
understand that. She's sleeping with them for money to buy meth?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like, why do you have to go to extremes to do this? And I realized because, like, saying don't do drugs is not enough anymore.
Honestly, I don't think it was ever enough.
Yeah.
Well, because when you're told not to do something, what do?
I don't do it.
Oh, okay, well.
Well, do you guys remember, like, when you were in grade 6 and you're like, I'm never going to drink and I'm never going to do drugs, and now you're like, I probably wouldn't do heroin.
Well, that's because when we were, but that was because we were young. Okay, when we were younger, we didn't have the facts and like the experience or the knowledge of like what, like for example,
what's right
last weekend I divorced myself from vodka.
Why?
Why would you ever do that?
What do you mean? Why would I ever do that?
Vodka's gross.
Amazing.
No more.
Tequila's better.
No more for John.
Ew.
Tequila's way better.
The only reason I don't like tequila is because I can't drink it without vomiting. Otherwise, I'd be so down because everybody always talks about how amazing it is, and I'm like, I can't.
I'm okay with tequila. Vodka.
I don't know.
I
could drink a whole 2 sips of vodka, and I'm completely.
Oh, are you crazy?
I used to do that in high school. I would just buy a 2-6 of like citrus vodka, go to a party, and
yo,
that's it.
Lame as it is, my first like party. I had a 2-6 of sourpuss.
Cute.
I drank the whole thing.
Did you get
probably
white
one of
girl
the worst.
wasted?
No. Well, I mean, yes,
yes,
technically
you did.
I did.
A 2-6 of sourpuss. That's all sugar.
It was. I wasn't like like running around and stuff, which is what I naturally assume white girl wasted is. I don't
know when you're puking.
Oh no, I didn't puke.
White girl
I've never
just
puked from
like,
drinking.
well, not even just puking, just like being. Like
I wasn't being obnoxious.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay,
It was just like I could not stand straight, like because like everything was spinning the whole time. I went to work the next day and I was still drunk.
Oh yeah, I've done that.
I do that all the time.
I almost threw
just
up in the
wake
shower, but I've never puked from drinking.
You don't
but
drink
like
enough.
that's a good thing. It's not fun puking. There was for a long time I didn't puke.
You really don't like throwing up.
I hate throwing
You
up.
really don't
it
like
is
it. But
the
you know
worst.
what? Honestly, when you're really feeling so like
Crappy,
awful,
and then you throw up.
the
You actually
thing-
feel a lot better.
The only
after.
thing I want to do is throw up.
And it feels good.
I was
after.
at work a couple weeks ago. I was sitting in the office doing like paperwork, and I had to have the lights off because I had such a bad migraine. And then my headache was so bad it was upsetting my stomach, and I was like, oh my god, if I could just throw up right now, like that'd be so great. And then I just kept thinking about it, and eventually I did, and I was like, yes.
Wait, so you throw up?
Oh yeah.
And it felt better.
The only thing I don't like about like the leading up to, like, you know, when you get that watery feeling on the sides.
Don't
of
bring
your
that up. That's so
glands.
gross. Oh,
I don't like
get
that.
like
other than
it's
that, I'm
slimy
just
in
like,
your mouth.
I'm
You're like,
okay with it.
Okay, we've talked about sweat.
this episode.
Well, this is part of body image.
Oh god.
Well, yeah, that's actually one of the huge things. And
This is such a touchy
I hate
subject
throwing up.
too.
It's gross.
Okay, so we got 4 minutes to go.
Give or take.
So
that's
5 minute warning.
That's not including
5 minute-
editing though.
5-minute warning.
Because he's gonna edit like 3 minutes out because it was all
Yeah,
about.
the sweating.
Well, we
is
can't
gone.
anticipate what he edits and what he doesn't edit.
No,
Remember
the
that.
sweating is
that's
gone.
I
I do
Please
not
don't.
consent to
Please
that. If you don't edit out the sweating, just edit me out altogether.
So
I don't
finally,
even want to be part of
I
it.
want you guys to answer if your kids are listening to this one day.
I'm not having
And they
kids.
are. And my kids
I've got
are.
47 of them, so Billy,
Okay,
Joe, Bob.
my kids will be listening to this one day. How about that? Okay.
Alright.
What do
seriously, I'm gonna
what do
love
you want to
kids.
tell my kids about body image?
What do I want to tell your kid?
Yeah.
Be positive about yourself, but I don't want to say that because it sounds kind of jerky. Of
You
me.
are kind of jerky.
I am kind of jerky.
Yeah.
What am I-
Believe
I'm
it or
just
not,
gonna
John,
say-
you're not a nice person.
Oh, okay. Gosh.
Anyway, no.
Okay, but for real. Okay, go.
If you really don't feel pressured to look a certain way.
Yeah.
Because there is going to be somebody Because if you
Someone's
really
gonna judge you on every
if you
size.
really want the validation of other people that you look okay,
You
there are
never-
people
you're
in the
never gonna
world
look
that
okay.
think you are good looking because the standards vary from country to country. Like, have you like in China
in
or
Africa.
in China and Asia and stuff? It's the standard is to be very tiny. In like Spain,
And
the standard
Africa.
is to be like a bit chubbier.
Africa.
In Africa,
huge.
yeah, and like
And that's a sign of wealth.
it's beautiful. Different things are beautiful to different people. And if you aren't looking for validation from other people and you only want to feel good within yourself,
Then you're clear. You're in the okay.
do what you need to do to feel better. But don't go to extremes. Don't be unhealthy. And
Yeah, you know what? That's what I was gonna
talk to people. If you really, really are struggling, talk to someone.
Yeah, what she said. Don't be pressured. Just
And mind your own
Fine,
business
yeah.
and don't be a little
jerk.
jerk.
There we go.
Don't be like your father.
Wait, is this to my kids or yours?
It's my kids.
Oh, you're a jerk. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm not having kids, so you can't
Don't
talk
be
to my
pressured. Don't be pressured into doing whatever.
Stop
Just-
touching the mic.
I'm sorry. I'm not like fidgeting with it. I'm
Yeah,
just,
but that will probably...
It's still his vibrations.
but I'm. Okay, whatever. I bet you won't hear that, but just I don't know. Be healthy, I guess. Don't. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I just like just try to be the best you can be, even though that sounds really stupid.
Yeah.
In the interest of children, I feel like I'm not a parent, so I have no idea.
And neither am I.
But anybody who
I
has
thought of it
kids,
so many times.
anybody who
already.
has kids wants their kids to like be better than them
Yeah.
or have it better than they did. So if you're
Yeah.
like,
Absolutely. Like
I don't know where I'm going with this, but
Yeah, I know
but,
what you
like,
mean, like,
I'm just
for-
saying, like, because I don't plan on ever having kids, but if I was to have a kid, I can't really preach because honestly, like with the whole being healthy thing, like I eat like
So do I.
excuse, like it's awful, and like I couldn't be like to my kid. Like I would
Eat your
really
salads,
love for
blah,
the kid
blah, blah.
to eat vegetables every single day and like be amazing, but I can't be like I was like that, so you have to be like that. I would be
yeah.
like it's great if you want to do that, but if you want a cheese, if you
want
want a
butter.
burger,
Yeah.
eat a burger. But if you want a French fry, eat a French fry.
It's true. Okay, so to my kids, my sons and my daughters. Oh, my
How
sons.
many are you gonna have?
I want to have 10. I'm not kidding.
5 of each, or like do you want?
Well, it doesn't matter what God gives me. I just want a lot of kids.
Okay.
is that
I project for 10, no more than 10. And if God wants to go more
Okay,
than
but what if
fine,
you're
but,
going
like,
for the 10th and it's twins or triplets?
I would be so like,
Cheaper
I
by
would
the
be- I would be
dozen.
so happy. So happy.
You would be happy.
So happy.
Okay, I don't even like. I'll babysit for you, but I don't want.
Okay.
Oh man, I would not. There's no way.
You're not babysitting
10
my
kids?
kids?
I'm a self. Well, no, I'm not
I
gonna
like to
babysit
joke about
all
how
of
many
them.
kids
Me
I
and
have.
John can team up and like babysit.
Maybe
the
I'll
first
have three.
Okay.
Or 4 so that they can team up on each other.
Don't worry,
No, I don't want
they'll be separated within like about 3 months each, hopefully.
3.
What?
3 years.
I was
each.
gonna say,
Oh
are
my
you
God. Are you guys gonna take a
each.
break?
What I was
the
gonna
hell?
say is, have fun, John's
I'm gonna-
future
about like
spouse.
3 years each.
Okay,
Jeez.
10 kids is a lot to give birth to.
That's 30 years.
Listen. Listen, if you okay, if you have a
Big
wife
answer,
and
no.
she has kids and she's down for having 10 but she doesn't want to give birth to 10, would you adopt kids?
Yes.
Okay.
I would be okay with that.
Still
I want to be
3 years
the
apart.
modern day
'Cause 10 kids is a
Angelina
lot.
Jolie, and
10 kids is
Yes,
a
I know,
lot
I
to
know.
give birth to.
I'm just saying that's my max. Like I want to go minimum maybe 5 or 4.
Okay.
Anyways, to my kids out there listening to this podcast, see, I didn't say watching. Love yourself for who you are. You know, I mean, like me as a teen right now, as a adolescent,
young.
as a
You're so old.
I know.
Oh my
As an
God.
adolescent, I struggle a lot with body image, and you know, I wish I was better at it. I wish it was something that didn't bother me so much because you know it would just be another chip off of my shoulder. But unfortunately, it's something that I struggle with, and I don't want you guys to struggle like that. Remember that no matter what Daddy does, that he loves you guys, and that, you know,
Daddy.
stay healthy. Stay healthy and love yourselves. And I hope you still love me after hearing all this.
Daddy loves you.
Daddy loves you. And with that said, my name is John Mike. These were my co-hosts.
Alicia.
John Ball.
And this was the 94.
Did you know that beekeepers have famously attractive eyes? Every single one of them. I don't know the science behind it, but studies show that beauty is in the eye of the beeholder.
Oh my god. Oh no. Carlos.
Oh no.
That was bad.